Hi Internet! Welcome to Old Man Tech Rant. Today is the 21st of January. Happy New Year. Happy and healthy. Got a lot to talk about. Most of it is just a rant, a lot of stuff to get off my chest, and this is very cathartic. It's very freeing. It's very, I don't know, I feel lighter. So much for the diet. So after I get this off my chest, let's see, so far, January, CES came and went. I've been watching well, not all, but the major videos of CES. And, one thing that I don't get, is in a lot of the videos, they're talking about, we're talking really about platforms. We're talking about infrastructure. We're talking about ecosystems. That's the word, ecosystem. I have transferred over, if you've seen the previous videos, I have transferred over primarily, there's still a couple of holdout devices, but primarily I've transferred from Windows to Mac. And you can see I have this is really old, and that's for somebody else, but then I got this, and I got the Apple TV and the HomePod, and I got the MacBook Pro, actually, and I got all this stuff, and I got the watch, and the watch is on the charger right now, just in case you don't believe me. You see, on the charger. But, yeah, because that thing needs to be charged. But I did get the 4, and, I'll tell you how I like that in a little bit. But what I don't get is most of the videos, when they compare phones, a lot of them are about phones, they'll compare an Android phone to an iPhone. It's not a fair comparison. It's just not. They'll compare laptops. They'll compare a Surface Book to a MacBook Pro or something like that. It's not a fair comparison, because when you're buying an Android phone, unless Google does have an ecosystem. They have their thing of things, you control in your house, and they do have their speaker, and so I guess that's a bad example. But let's talk more about Apple versus, let's go back to Android. They never bring up what I call the elephant in the room, which is security, which is Google's policy of how they treat your data. And we are so invested in these little boxes. We put everything in there. We put our finances, we put our pictures, we put our communications, our contacts, our whole lives are in these little things. I really admire Tim Cook for the stance that he's taken, because when he explained, he said, okay, why are your products so expensive? Why, compared to Google, compared to these other platforms? And he says, because our customers are not our product. The reason that I see that Android phones and, you get like, Hello Google, you get the little thing for $30 and you talk to it and it gives you everything. Why are they so cheap? Because they're data collecting devices. They collect all this data that they compile and cut and paste or whatever, and then they sell it. That's what they do. Google is an advertiser. It's a data aggregate company, and it takes your data and sells it. Apple doesn't do that. So to compare, if they slap a sharper camera on a phone, I don't care. It's not a selling point to me. I don't care. Right? If they say, well, this phone versus that, the Android, this, that, the other thing, it's like they're talking another language to me, because I won't even look at it because of their policy. And I really have a hard time understanding why anyone would. I have my best friend. He has an Android phone. He loves it. He plays games on it. But it's just not a priority to him. So they're looking at us anyway. I'm like, well, why are you making it easier for them? Right? Apple doesn't sell me. Apple sells products. They sell devices. They sell software. They sell a couple of services. You want to subscribe to the music thing. So I kind of like that. And I think that these videos are very disingenuous when they compare two things that really shouldn't be compared. Right? Yes, the specs, the chips and the camera, this one may be 0.02 more pixels than the other camera. I don't care. That's not a factor to me. It's the policy of the company, the integrity of the company. What is their policy? Because I am trusting their their thing with my whole life and my family's life and everything. So that's the selling point. So if they want to compare a iPhone to an iPhone, they want to compare the iPhone XS to the iPhone 10 or the 10 to the 8 or what, fine. Great. Apples to apples. That's I see what I did there. But that's what I'm looking for. And I just want to get that off my chest. I went to the dentist today. Don't ask me why I'm telling you this. But the lady, she put the mask on and she starts working on me. This is just for a cleaning. And she says, so, hey, have you been flossing? And I'm like, why do you want to start our relationship off on a lie? It's just, and it got me thinking, we are in an age of manned space flight. We are in an age we're going to colonize the moon. We're in an age of supercomputers and computers in our pockets and things talking to us and lights going. Fantastic technical age. And yet for dental hygiene, they want you to take this string and put it back and forth between your teeth. We can't think of a better. I got to take a string and put it between my teeth and do this every day. You can't think of a better way? I'm sure there is a better way. I'm sure that there's some $1,000 device out there that'll, do everything or beam the gunk out of you. Not that I got gunk anymore. She cleaned it all out. She wasn't happy about it. The next thing I wanted to talk about, I know I'm just jumping from one thing to the next, but I wanted to get everything in. Upgrades. Apple. I love going to an Apple store. If I could work in an Apple store, that's one of those places that I just love being there. I just love it. I just breathe it in. I just love it. So last year I bought the iPad, right? The 12.9. And you see the fantastic artwork that my daughter made. My favorite thing, coffee. So, by the way, this is a D brand skin around here. That's why it's the white button. But I got this sort of open box special, so I didn't have a choice in the color, and it was like a white color. But then I said, I'd rather have the dark. So for $14, I went to D brand and I got the sticker. And as you could see, it's not really kind of perfect. It's still a little white showing through there. And they got these holes here. I don't know what this hole is for, and I don't know what this hole is for. This is the camera hole. I know what that's for, but I don't know what the rest of it is for. But my question is, and I'll put it out there to anyone who's listening. All right, so this thing, state-of-the-art, wonderful device. I use it constantly throughout the day. I have the keyboard, I got the pencil. I even got the D-brand pencil sticker thing to make it look like a pencil. See? It's kind of cool. So I got that. And then I look at the redesigned iPad, the new one, right? The 12.9. And the 12.9, the real estate of it is, the entire unit is basically this. Take away the bezels, take away this, and it's just this. So you get the same screen real estate, but a much smaller form factor, and that's a very big selling point. And also, they sort of retroed it so that it has sort of the footprint of there's an iPhone 5S. There's the 5S. So, they went back to this sort of the industrial, chunkiness, which I like. I like the feeling of this in the hand. It feels substantial. It feels, like it's made out of something. I'm trying to say, okay, should I upgrade? Because I could sell this one and take that chunk of money and put it towards the new one. But then I got to sell all the peripherals and rebuy all the peripherals. And I talked to one of the Apple guys. And I'm not going to tell you what store, because he's a very nice guy. And I just sort of, pulled him to the side. I said, should I upgrade? He goes, you have any problems with the one you got? I go, no. He said, no, there's no reason to. He said, it's just minuscule, faster chip, and the form factor. They put it in a different package. But if what you got is working, there's no reason to waste the money. But I'm like, oh, but it's so nice looking, and it feels lighter, but chunkier, but smaller in the hand. And I have to tell you, and this is again a cliche, is that I fly airplanes. Yeah, so it's not just me, But what we do with these things is we put them on our laps. So we have maps and software and stuff, and this is just too big. This is just too big. So if you could see back there on the charger, right there, my finger is, that's my son's old iPad Mini 2. And so I've been using that on the lap, but it's really slow. I mean, it's really slow. Would you upgrade? Should you upgrade? I'd like to get your opinion, right? I'd really like to get your opinion. I could live with it. Nothing's bad. Everything is working. It's still a beautiful device. It gets everything done. But for that one function that's too big, I do have a workaround with that. Very slow, but it gets the job done. Would you go to combine? I could sell both of these devices, get the one device, and be upgraded and be out of pocket maybe $200-$300, or just leave well enough alone and say, leave things the way they are. So with that, I hope everybody's having a great January. And one more thing, I'm going to be playing with some editing software, not for this video. This video I'm just going to post in the raw. Just the way it is, but get sort of an intro and get sort of, a little fancy, a little something, because I want to get into this YouTube thing, and all my 3 subscribers that watch me, and nobody's left a comment yet. I can't wait to get my first comment. So leave a comment, even if you just write the word comment, right? And that'll be that. In the meantime, take care, and I'll see you next time.